friends, welcome back. We are back with another paper project today. Let me adjust this. Very excited about today because we're taking paper from 2D into 3D, which is one of my favorite ways to transform paper, and I hope that after today's project you will also feel the same. Okay, before we get started, I do want to announce I'm very excited to be working with a sponsor this week. Printworks. They make awesome cardstock and paper and office products and t-shirt transfers. So they make a lot of stuff that I love to use. So I'm very excited to be partnering with them. And they also have a wonderful giveaway for two of you guys. So I popped a link in the description below already. The giveaway is just hosted by them, but it's just for Babble Dabble Do fans and viewers. So I hope they'll take advantage of it because it has $100 worth of paper in each of the prizes. It includes, I think, cardstock, different colored cardstock, white cardstock, office paper, some folders, some organizers, a lot of good stuff. So I really, you guys should totally enter. All you need to do is hop into the link below that I put in the description and enter your email address and your name, and that's it. They will be announcing, they'll be collecting, entries through May 3rd, and then they'll be announcing the winner on May 4th. So you have about a week to enter, a little less than a week. So I hope you guys take advantage of it. It's an awesome offer. Now today we are going to be making a paper project called an agamograph. Now, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but I'm going to show you what that is in just a second. If you remember back to your childhood, or kids, if you are watching and you've seen these, they're kind of one of these cool things that are made for like kids products and kitschy products. If you remember lenticulars, it's those postcards you sometimes see if you go to like a tourist shop, and as you move past them, the image changes. I know I got some notepads for my kids in Florida a couple years ago where it changed. It looked like the dolphin was swimming or something like that. So that's a lenticular, and that's kind of what we're doing today, only at a different scale. So let me turn my camera around. I'm going to show you. Oops, there I am. Here, let me turn my my lights on. Okay, cool. You're here. All right, so I want to show you. So yesterday I was really didn't want to show you the project in advance because I wanted you to be surprised. But today I don't necessarily want you to be surprised. I want you to understand what we're doing. So what we're doing is we're making these drawings. So we start with a 2D template, and then we fold them, kind of just like a fan or accordion fold. And then when you view them at different angles, the drawing changes. Okay? Pretty cool, right? And this is basically how lenticulars work as well, only they do it with lenses and at a microscopic scale. So we're kind of doing like a big lenticular. And that's what we're drawing, what we're working on. I'm going to show you as well, or I'm going to talk to you about why these are named Agamographs, which is a kind of a cool little story. But first off, I want you guys to grab the template. So I put a link to the templates in the description. There are 4 templates on my blog, and today we're going to be using template 4. The templates that I have on my blog are... The first one is probably, I'll show you actually. They're a lot smaller. Oh, and now all my stack of paper, it's all hidden under here. They're a lot tighter of a fold. Let's just say that, here it is. Template number, so this is the original template I developed, or the size, because that says template number 2. I'm not going to search for it this second, but I'm sure I'll find it later. The original template I designed is very, you can see it's a lot of folding. I thought, let's make it easier for you guys. And when I'm working with my students, I like to use a larger template. It's just easier. It's easier to fold for little hands, and it's a great starter. So if you like this, project, I've got basically three other templates for you at different scales on the blog. So if you do go ahead and print it, today we're making just template number 4. Also, if you don't have a template or a printer, you can recreate this pretty easily at home. Just draw a large rectangle on a sheet of paper and then divide it equally. And then if you want, you can add tick marks, and I'll show you why I put tick marks on our template. And then if you'd like to label it A, B, A, B, A, B, that's helpful for you in sort of sorting out the design, which is what I'm going to talk about right now. So what you saw when I did this, or when I showed you this, is that we've got, if we unfold this, what we have is a design that when we view it from different angles, it looks like 2 different drawings. And it really is, only how we're going to lay it out is we're going to draw different drawings in the A panels and different drawings in the B panels. And then when I say drawings, what I really want you to do is to stick with something simple, bold, and graphic to start off. If you like this, I'm going to talk a little bit more about how you can do a more representational drawing later. But first, I want you to just think about drawing, one drawing being in the A panels and one being in the B panels. And so my suggestion is I would pick, pick 4 colors total. And if you want, I would use black. Black is really, because we're viewing this at 2 different angles, anything that's highly contrasting is really great. So black is a good one. I would choose that. And then I would choose a couple other colors that you want to try. And maybe 2 that are contrasty and 2 that, basically choose a couple, like 4 colors, okay? We're gonna put 2 of the colors in our A panels and 2 of the colors in our B panels, okay? That way it'll make it a little easier to start with. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do, now you can go crazy on this, so I'm just gonna make some simple lines in my A panels. And now this is where the tick marks come in handy, okay? Because they kind of allow you to envision where your drawing will connect when you start viewing it at an angle, okay? So you can see that I'm drawing one drawing in my A panels only, and this is what I want you guys to do as well. You don't have to do the drawing I'm doing. I just want you to make sure that you're using 2 colors in A and 2 different colors in B. I'm gonna go a little bold here. Now, the way I'm drawing it, because I'm just simply alternating, this is going to appear like a line, kind of like this design. If I want to get a checkerboard pattern, I have to skip every other A and then make a checkerboard style pattern. This is a little hard to envision at first, you guys, but once you do one of these, it starts making sense. And so that's why I like to start easy, and then you can move up in terms of complexity. So if that's something you're interested, start with this simple one, and then you can make another one that's maybe a checkerboard, or where you really, get intricate designs. Okay. I'm gonna now do, let's finish up our A panels with a color. Let's do green. Wait, is that too dark? No, not too bad. So now what I'm gonna have is like a green line. And I'll do it like this. So I told you I was going to tell you about where these got their name. So they were named after an Israeli artist named Yaakov Agam. He is a kinetic artist. That's an artist that does sculptures that move or change with movement, or based in have an element of movement to them. And obviously you can tell that these are really, this type of design that we're working on here is dependent on how you look at it in your viewing angle. So he makes these at a very, very large scale so that as you walk past them, they change and morph. So I have not had a chance to see one of his sculptures in person, But if you guys ever do, I would recommend trying to go see it, and definitely go online and see what his work looks like, because it's gorgeous. Not only that, he's like me, a big fan of color. So they're very beautiful, colorful, lively graphic artworks, and they're really special. So in any case, this type of paper drawing was named after him. Now I did another demo of this earlier today, and I was thinking about lenticulars. I need to look up the history of lenticulars. So you can see, by the way, that I've got my green and blacks in the A panels. I've got yellows in the B, and I'm gonna do some pink. Let's do pink in the B as well. But I need to look up the history of lenticulars and see what came first, or when those were really developed, and when Agamographs started doing his work. I'm just curious. Okay. I love all these vibrant colors on my drawing, and I'm going to wrap it up because I want to show you guys about the folding part. So again, if I am going a little fast, it's because I want to show you guys. You could really spend as long as you want on these. I spent several hours this morning making a whole bunch of variations. So, and it's easy. Once you get into this, you start kind of zenning out, and it's easy to just want to do multiple iterations. So I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more, like I said, because I want to do a 2-color scheme. I'm doing my yellows and pinks in these panels. And then I'm going to show you the folding part. Okay, so let's do the cutting and folds. And if you're not at this step and you're still working, that's totally fine. If you want to just stop for a second and watch how I'm folding it, we can do that, and then you can go back to what you're doing. So basically, this project uses so few materials. All I need you to have is a pair of scissors, the template, and markers. We're going to cut out our template, our big rectangle. Oh, I also should mention, you can do this project on paper or cardstock. I personally prefer cardstock because it's very thick and it stands up well when you fold it. So for me, I used a bunch. Printworks sent me our sponsor this week sent me a whole bunch of cardstock, and so I used it to print a lot of these templates on, and it's really nice and sturdy. So if you have the chance to print on cardstock or draw the template on cardstock, I would recommend that. If not, paper will work. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this. So I like to turn it over and basically look for each of the fold lines, and those are the vertical lines on the template that I had. Those are all the vertical lines. We're gonna fold on each of those. And for me, the easiest way, you guys, is to do, this is my method. This is what I teach my students. We fold, we run our fingernail along that line so it's nice and crisp. Then we kind of unfold it, go to the next one, fold, run our fingernail along this so it's nice and crisp, unfold. And you guys, if you need help with this, no worries. I usually help my students a little bit. Sometimes they'll do the first fold and I'll just go back if any of them are a little bit off, and we'll just make some adjustments. So this is a great, if you have an older sibling or a parent and you need a little help with the folding, I would ask them for that. It's no big deal. And then the other thing I should say is if you're using cardstock, you'll notice that running your fingernail along here is you know, it's tight, it's tough. This is the thick paper, but you can also use like the edge of a pen if you had it, like that if you wanted. If you had a coin, you could do that. I know that I used to, when I did a lot of like architectural work and we were binding stuff, I would sometimes take the edge of a straight edge and run it along to get a crisp fold, however you want to do it. So then when you get about halfway, you can turn it over and keep folding until you meet your last fold mark on the other side. Just makes it a little less, more easy to work with. Okay, so I'm almost done with my folds. And again, you could make really intricate designs with this. If you want to do that, you just remember to go ahead and match up your designs with the tick marks. Okay, now I've got all my folds. So paper is really primed and ready. Now we're gonna make an accordion fold, and we're gonna just kind of get it going into place here. So on some of these, you're gonna be doing the reverse of what you just folded, and some you'll be working with the fold you created. But either way, running your fingernail and doing that part of it really helps get it nice and ready. And now we're ready to look at our agamograph. So let's see what we got here. So as I do this, look how it changes as I move the design. So you can also do this just by moving your head. So putting this stationary and moving your head to either side to see it. If you really wanted to get, you know, crazy, you could totally do multiple. You could combine a couple different templates together. If you wanted it to be longer, that would be fun. So there's a lot of different ways, but basically to view it, you're going to be moving it from side to side a little bit so that you can see the two different designs. Okay, now I want to show you one last thing before I turn the camera around. So you can tell these are kind of bold, graphic, colorful designs. But if you wanted to do a more representational type of design, so like I did this earlier, this is super basic, but say you wanted to draw a flower or a face or a house or something kind of cute. You can imagine that trying to envision separating that on a design on this template is really hard. Like I can't, it would take a lot of planning and forethought to do that. So I made template 2. If you wanted to do that, you can use template 2, and what you do is you draw your first image on template 2 has 2 different pictures. On picture template 1, you draw your first image. On picture template 2, you just do your second one. They're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. and ABC, and then you basically, after you're done drawing it, you're gonna cut it out and cut everything down into strips. So even though this may be easier to visualize, it's a lot more labor intensive on the other end, but you could always have a family member help you with this. And then what you do is you grab our second template and you would glue those strips on, and I've got them all labeled so you know where to put them. And then you would do your folding, and that would give you a chance to do something more representational if you wanted. So that's another option in the templates that we have. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera around, and we're gonna wrap it up today. And here I am. Let me turn my lights out. Okay. All right, thank you for joining me. That is it for today's project, the Agamograph, named after artist Yakov Agam. And I will be I already put the link to the giveaway down below, so I really hope you guys take advantage of it. It's an awesome giveaway with my sponsor, Printworks. So I'm really grateful to them for basically providing this this giveaway of all kinds of cardstocks and papers, colored paper. It's perfect. Like right now when we're at home, and personally I'm even questioning if I need to order certain things because I'm trying to be a bit on the, I don't want to be spending a lot of money right now, basically. I'm trying to save. This is a great giveaway because there's a lot of stuff involved, and all you need to do is enter your name and your email, and you have a pretty good chance of winning over $100 worth of paper products, which I think would come in really handy right now. So much thanks to Printworks and Paris Corporation for being our sponsor on this. And as well, oh, I want to make sure that you get on my email list. So I've got in the description below links to the giveaway, links to the templates, and also I'm going to put a link to my email list because every morning I'm sending out an email to you guys so that you can be prepared for the day's project in advance. You can have the template printed, you can do the project alongside me, and the only way you're going to get that is if you join my email list. So that's it for today. I will see you back tomorrow. We're gonna make another 3D paper project. Can't wait to share it with you. And I will see you then. Bye, you guys.